While we are waiting for a new episode, I decided to share with you new information that I noticed literally not long ago. And this information is connected with the new Astro Knight, and also with the Skibidi cat. And I can now 100% announce that the Skibidi cat will definitely appear in series because I have ironclad evidence. You remember that I already said that perhaps that toilet is a Skibidi cat and that's why he's wearing a mask. But in fact, we can't say 100% about this since we only saw a kitty's paw. But I still think that this is a Skibidi cat. But even if it's not him, I will prove to you that the Skibidi cat will 100% definitely appear in the series. We will also simulate the Battle of Titans against G-Man, which should happen in episode 73 or 74, and watch the fan animation about that. And there will be many of my theories. I'm also going to destroy the theory that G-Man will be able to control Cameraman's new hand. Or rather, perhaps he will be able to do it, but someone will interfere with him. And we will also talk about the release date of the new episode. The video will be fire, so be sure that you will stay until the end.
Bruh.
Hello friends, you're on the channel. Subscribe to the channel and press the like button under the video to speed up the release of the next video. And let's go. And we'll start with this fan animation because it's interesting. Of course, the author still needs to work on quality, but the plot turned out to be believable. And for the first time we see the POV Titan Speakerman. And this is logical since in episode 72 we saw that it was Titan Speakerman who headed behind G-Man, and most likely the Titans will fly right after him. But Top G suddenly stopped and it looks like he believed in his own strength. But he has a funny face, and that got me rolling.
Kaboom!
But despite all this, the fight began, and the Speakerman started the attack first. But Top G was able to defend himself with his shield. But here for some reason it's red, and I don't know what it's connected with. But G-Man started smiling, and suddenly small kamikaze Skibidi appeared and tried to damage the Speakerman. And Top G started a disco and released all his lasers and was even able to knock Speakerman down. But it's not clear where Blood Cameraman came from, but he went into close combat and began to absorb G-Man's lasers. And to be honest, I had no doubt that Cameraman would be able to absorb all attacks like Astro Toilet did. And the Cameraman returned this projectile back. And at this time, the Speakerman prepared his core for a powerful shot. But as expected, G-Man again defended himself with a shield. And it seems that this shield is too cheating, since it ignores any damage. Well, almost any, since the Astro Knight still managed to break through it. And perhaps Titan TV Man will also be able to break through it with the help of his impulse from the core. And TV Man suddenly appeared from his teleport and dealt a powerful blow to G-Man's head. And it seemed like it was all over, but in reality it wasn't, since Top G rose into the air and started laughing again, and the most terrible moment of this video begins. Since the Cameraman claw gets out of control, and a spike appears from it, and then Cameraman pierces Speakerman's chest with the same spike. And I want to say that if this happens in the series, it will be the most unexpected twist in history. But let's watch the fan animation until the end, and then we'll try to find out if this will happen in the new episode. And when TV Man saw this, he tried to cut off this hand. But the glow of Cameraman's camera suddenly turned yellow, which means that he was under the control of G Toilet, and with the help of a powerful punch, he knocked down TV Man. But this is only the beginning, as suddenly an Astro Knight appeared and knocked out G-Man and released his energy ball at Cameraman. But that's where the fan animation ended. And despite the average quality, the plot turned out crazy. And now we'll try to figure it all out. First of all, it is unlikely that a wounded Cameraman will be able to knock down TV Man. Blood TV Man is too strong. But in general, we can imagine that G-Man will force Cameraman to attack himself or one of the Titans. But in fact, he is unlikely to be able to do this, and now I'll explain why. Personally, I think that this claw is no longer under control since it was cut by the Astro Toilet itself, and it lost its power. I mean, I'm sure that Cameraman will be able to absorb the same attacks as the Astro Toilet, but the claw is hardly already under control. Maybe G-Man will use a similar trick again with his purple energy balls, and then there will be a chance that the claw will go crazy. But why didn't anyone think that Bro TV Man could stop this? And now I'm not talking about the fact that he will simply destroy this hand with the help of his sword as it was in the fan-made. I mean that this is the ability of TV Man, and who said that he cannot control it? If G-Man tries to take someone under control with the help of this trick, then TV Man will be able to neutralize this effect since this is his own ability. Or he will be able to expose his own energy, as it was in episode 70 when the large TV Man absorbed the teleport of Skibidi scientists. And perhaps Titan TV Man will also absorb his own abilities or neutralize them. But we have a question. Will he have time to do this? If we assume that there will be many enemies, and there will definitely be many of them, since G-Man clearly flew to a safe place where there are many other Skibidi toilets. And when will he receive the support of his army? Then G-Man will be able to use this trick again. And while TV Man is distracted, the Cameraman will have time to do bad things. But I hope that nothing terrible will happen to the Titans. Because if you take the facts about their strength and G-Man's strength, then Top G actually has absolutely zero chances of fighting alone against 3 Titans. But believe me, this does not mean that the Titans will easily win, since G-Man will try to outwit them, because it turns out that he is a smart character. And this became clear when he decided to fight with the Astro Toilet. And I told you that if he didn't run away, it means he is confident in his victory. But Top G didn't expect that Astro Knight and the Titans will intervene. But as for their battle, G-Man will definitely lose. But at what cost this will be for the Titans is not yet clear. And Boom earlier gave us information that episode 73 will consist of parts, and most likely that episode 74 will have no parts. But even if Boom himself said that, this is not 100% information. And Boom himself does not know how long it will take him to make an episode and whether the entire plot will fit into one episode. So it is possible that even the 74th episode will be divided into parts as well. And I'm inclined to believe that G-Man will die only in episode 74 if you ask me, because the last leaks showed the number 74. And I have no idea what this could mean other than his death. And to be honest, I don't want him to die. And I don't want any of the Titans to die as well. It's better to let them kill Astro Toilets, since they are a more serious threat than Uncle Jimmy. But this collision is inevitable, and someone will have to die. And most likely this battle will last 2 or 3 episodes. And besides this, there will be many other events. And I'm also sure that we will see the first step of the secret agent based on this battle. Or he will even somehow intervene. But remember, these are just my theories, and everything can happen differently. Perhaps in episode 73 there will be no fight, and we will see a chillier episode. And the fight itself will begin only in part 2 or in episode 74. Who knows? I also almost forgot, this fan-made was made by this channel. And I will leave the link in the description, so enjoy. But let's talk about my beloved kitty cat and Astro Toilet once again. And now I will prove to you that the Skibidi cat will return to the series. In my last video, we found out that the Astro Knight has a mark in the form of a kitten paw, and based on his mask and the hands of a mechanical Godzilla, we can assume that this is a Skibidi cat. Why does he need a mask? In order to hide his cute kitty face. But even after these guesses, this does not 100% confirm that he is the Skibidi cat. And you must agree that during such a crazy plot, it's a little creepy to add a cat in the form of one of the main villains. And I personally assumed that we would see the cat in the form of a reference, or he will add it as a Skibidi DJ. It seems like he exists, but there is no sense in him. But perhaps the DJ has his own mission, since we saw that he is still alive. Although upset, but alive. But you say enough yapping, where is the evidence that the Skibidi cat will return? And in fact, the evidence was always under our noses. And for this, we need to return to part 1 of episode 72 and turn our attention to this sickle. And all the YouTubers have already found out what it is, the sickle from the cartoon Puss in Boots 2. But absolutely no one thought why Boom added this reference. And this particular sickle is a reference to the Skibidi cat. And then we randomly noticed a cat's paw on the helmet of the Astro Toilet. Don't you think this is obvious? First the sickle from a cartoon about a cat and then a kitten's paw. And this is definitely not a coincidence because Boom is very attentive to detail. If, for example, a kitten's paw can be considered a coincidence, then the sickle definitely couldn't have ended up here just like that. Boom could have used absolutely any other weapon, but he decided to give us a hint about the Skibidi cat, but all this time we were blind. And now I can confidently say that the Skibidi cat will definitely return to the series. Perhaps this toilet is not a cat, although I wonder why he needs a mask, but it is an iron fact that the Skibidi cat will definitely return to the series. Alright, I think we got this figured out since everything was obvious here. Now let's talk about the release date of the new episode. Boom previously gave us information that episode 73 should be released faster than previous episodes. And based on this information, we can expect 1 episode in a week, and 5 days have already passed since the release of the secret scene. And if everything goes well, then I can assume that the new episode will be released within 3 days, and perhaps today or at most tomorrow we will get some leaks. And as always, I will definitely make a video if we receive any information or leaks. So be sure to subscribe to my channel. And you were on the channel and see you.